that they weren't happy with the person that they had chosen as a mate. There's a sweaty t-shirt study that you can choose a good mate based on smell. But if you're on the pill, that sort of mechanism seems to be offline.
We're seeking out the mate that will offer us the most genetic diversity. If you're a woman and you've ever smelled your partner, like after they're working out at the gym and you're like, oh, that smells so good. When they're a little bit stinky, they're expressing their MHC complex, and it's giving your brain and your entire body data about their immune system and about their genetic compatibility with you.
Non-hormonal contraceptives. You end up choosing somebody who is more alike than different. The catchphrase became that you end up mating with somebody who's more like brother and less like other.
I've been wanting to do a video on this subject for quite some time, and I pulled up an article here. It's kind of dated, but it says
non-hormonal contraceptive. You end up choosing someone that's more like alike, more like brother, not like other, is what she said. Now, I've heard the whole scientific thing, pheromones, you smelling it. You smelling, women loving to smell some guy's t-shirt. Some dudes are just straight up funky. But at the end of the day, a lot of these things that we taking in our body now obviously affects our pheromones and stuff like that that's put off. Same thing. I mean, we're attracted to women. Women give that off too, just like we know when women are ready to get busy. We can tell, we can smell it in the air, things like that. We can smell it on the clothes. You smell the neck. I'm a neck sniffer for sure. But that makes sense by what she's saying, but in terms of choosing a good mate based off the smell, I guess it's deeper. It's deeper when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? That's like a blindfold test, and so that's who you more like based upon this whole complex or whatever. But we know the damage that the birth control does to women, and to hear that makes sense, but actually shift it. You know what I'm saying? Pill users choose wrong sex partners. This is going to be interesting. Let's get into it though.
pill users choose wrong sex partners. And it says here, a woman is sexually attracted to men who smell like a good genetic match, but birth control pills make her desire the wrong man. I actually knew of a pastor who wouldn't marry off couples unless the woman had been off birth control for a year, because he noticed a trend that the women who would marry on birth control would have a higher divorce rate than women who weren't. So it says, who is the right man? Studies say women are attracted to men whose genetic makeup differs from their own. Having a genetically different mate increases the chances for a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby. And it says women on the pill would end up choosing a more genetically similar mate than she would otherwise choose, and the implications go on from there. Roberts notes that in an earlier study, women who were genetically similar to their partners reported being less satisfied in their sexual relationship and were seeking more new sex partners than were women with genetically dissimilar partners. Marriage counselors who have never even heard about these studies tell this woman that the number one complaint among women no longer sexually interested in their husbands is that they can no longer stand how he smells. And if you can't stand how someone smells, you cannot become intimate. People have often also said that taking birth control blocks a woman's natural intuitive receptors. I've done a lot of research that says that taking birth control does more harm than it does good. But of course, that decision is up to you. If you want to take birth control, that is your right, that is your free will. But this information is definitely something to think about if you are a single woman looking for a mate.
So women who are genetically similar with their mate reported being less satisfied in the relationship than a partner who isn't genetically similar. I'm kind of confused on that, because I thought they say that, when you're on the pill, that you're less likely to choose someone that's genetically similar. Unless I read that wrong. I must have completely, because it just seems to be contradicting itself. Maybe I'm having a dyslexic moment. Sorry, guys. But at the end of the day, very interesting chemicals, the estrogen in the foods, especially that pill is something else. The implications that come along with that is something crazy. But that's just one thing. We're not even getting into women choosing a mate just in general. A lot of women not being able to choose a mate or choose someone who's right for them. They try to convince themselves that this person is right for me, knowing deep down this guy is not right for me. Just because a guy smells a certain way that turns you on, I mean, that goes to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Obviously, you can't, if you find a man funky, how could you get aroused, right? That's all I'm saying. How could you get aroused? But women choose with their feelings at the end of the day. It's based upon how she feels. Like, he could be some dude. It's why you say, why do women choose bad boys? Why do women choose broke dudes? Why do women choose dudes that are married? Why do women choose dudes in relationships? Why do women choose dudes that can't provide or do anything for them? You know, but that's her own dynamic, and then she ends up complaining about the guys that she know that isn't good for her. Why do women do that? It just doesn't boil down to a pill. A pill has probably altered all types of stuff depending on how long you've been on it. You just don't know. It's just food for thought. I think that this study is super interesting. A woman is sexually attracted to men who smell like a good genetic match, but birth control pills make her desire the wrong men. Bottom line, the birth control pill makes her desire the wrong men. It throws everything off. So I guess that's where those two things come together with that. But ladies, I'm interested in hearing what the ladies have to say about this. Do you, for you ladies who've been dating different guys on and off, do you feel, I guess you can't really tell till afterwards. You probably say, yeah, I was on birth control and I was with this dusty dude, but once I was off birth control, I chose the love of my life. I get it, baby. If that's the case, by all means, rock with it. You know, I'm definitely interested. I'm pretty sure like it'll take years of studies to actually find out the link to it. But it's just like women are emotional. Women are illogical. There's no logic there a lot of times when it comes to choosing a mate. It's just about whatever gives her that tingle down below a lot of times. Some women choose a mate just based off of money, and they never get aroused based off the guy. It's kind of like, okay, the money talks. I'll live a certain lifestyle. I can look like this, or he'll provide this financial lifestyle where I'll look like this in the streets, but when I come home, I'm not really happy. Or he's not really the person that I really want to be with. Or I'm running a relationship because I feel like I'm better than him, even though he's financially able to provide this money. In terms of the three things that qualify you as far as dating on your level, you know, and that being sex, money, and security at the end of the day, which is a part of money. So I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. And like I said, I definitely want to hear from the ladies, your thoughts on this. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Linktree to book a session with yours truly. I look forward to hearing from you. Ladies, gentlemen, you know, I give advice for everybody, man. Also, follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you guys back. I'm now doing YouTube coaching. If you guys are interested in starting your channel, expanding your channel, or just some general advice on YouTube, I got you. Also, if you're looking to advertise on my live stream and promote your brand, I got you. Hit me up in the link below. I already said purchase my books, merch, t-shirt, all those things like that. Look forward to, rapping with you guys in the next video too as well. So with that being said, listen, man, much blessings and abundance to you all. Follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you back. This is Wisdom. You guys stick around for the next video. Peace be upon you, and I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.
It's God's beat maker.
And I don't know. I will put a light in the sky for the G's that done turn memory from go. Blessings we send to the ghetto youth.